Hello, everyone. I'm going to read two books from the Pete the Cat series, and this was a request by one of my students. So I hope that you enjoy. The first one is entitled Pete the Cat, Too Cool for School, written by Kimberly and James Dean. That is a cool cat. Look at his jeans, his shirt, his tie, those colored socks. Pete wants to look cool. He asks everyone, "What should I wear?" "Wear your yellow shirt," his mom says. "It is my favorite." So Pete does. "Wear your red shirt," Pete's friend Marty says. "It is my favorite." So he does. "Wear your blue shirt," Pete's brother Bob says. "It is my favorite." So Pete does. "Wear your long pants," Pete's teacher says. "They are my favorite." So Pete does. "Wear the shorts with the fish," Pete's friend Callie says. "They are my favorite." So Pete does. "Wear the polka dot socks," the bus driver says. "They are my favorite." So Pete does. "Wear the cowboy boots," Grumpy Toad says. "They are my favorite." So Pete does. "Wear the tie with the stripes," Emma says. "It is my favorite." So Pete does. "Wear your baseball hat," his coach says. "It is my favorite." So Pete does. Pete puts on all the clothes. Does he look cool? No, Pete looks silly. He also feels very hot. Pete goes home. He changes his clothes. Pete puts on his favorite shirt. Pete puts on his favorite pants. Pete puts on his favorite socks. Pete puts on his favorite shoes. Pete puts on his sunglasses. Pete says, "Now I am cool." If you want to be cool, just be you. All right, Pete the cat, too cool for school. All right, here's the next one. Pete the cat, a pet for Pete. Oh my, that looks like a fish. And this is written by James Dean. Pete is going to the pet store. He is going to get a pet. Pete wants a bird, a hamster, or a lizard. But then Pete sees a goldfish. "That's what I want," he tells his mom. Pete's mom gets fish food. "I'm going to call you Goldie," Pete says to his new pet. "You are my first pet," Pete tells Goldie on the way home. Pete takes Goldie to his room. He feeds her fish food. "Now what?" asks Pete. He can't play with Goldie. He can't swim with her. Pete knows what he can do. Pete paints a picture of Goldie. He paints four fins and an orange tail. "What a pretty painting," says Pete's mom. "You can keep it," says Pete. "Cool painting," says Bob. "Can you make one for me?" "Sure," says Pete. Pete paints a picture for Bob. "Wow," says Bob. "It looks just like Goldie." Bob shows Pete's painting to his friend Tom. Now Tom wants a painting too. Pete paints another picture of Goldie to take to school for show and tell. "This is Goldie, my pet fish," Pete tells his class. "Cute fish, cool colors, nice work." I wish I had a picture of Goldie, says Benny. I'll make you one, says Pete. Everyone in Pete's class wants a painting of Goldie. Pete's grandma wants a painting too. Pete has a lot to do. He has to feed Goldie. He has to do homework. Pete paints and paints. He makes paintings for everyone on his list. At last, Pete is done. He worked hard. There is no paint left. Pete's paintings are a big hit. Pete is happy to be done, but Pete is not done. Now everyone in town wants a painting of Goldie. Pete gets more paint. I don't know what to do, he says to his mom. I wish I could paint pictures for everyone. I just don't have time. Pete's mom has an idea. She tells it to Pete. Great idea, says Pete. Pete gets right to it. This time he works outside and makes a huge painting. Honk, honk, beep, beep. Here comes Pete. He has made one painting of Goldie for everyone in town to enjoy. Put it on top of the car. That's all right. What a great day. When Pete gets home, he tells the real Goldie all about it. Well, Pete had an illustrious art career. So if you liked Pete the Cat Too Cool for School and Pete the Cat A Pet for Pete, please press like at the end. And I'll see you next time at Cindy Harper Speaks. Thanks for tuning in and bye for now.